Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Polarman. I'm a life coach based here in California, and I just want to go over the law of attraction. We're going to sum up basically all the little videos I did. We're going to do a bigger video today and just kind of explain everything from start to finish. So the law of attraction basically states whatever you think about, you're going to get. So if you're constantly thinking about something, you will manifest it. But it's not as simple as it sounds, because if you're constantly thinking, for example, I'm going to get a great new job, but you're constantly thinking on top of that, I have doubts that I'm going to get a job. So if you're thinking, I have this great new job, but in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh, I don't think this is going to work, then the law of attraction won't work for you. You have doubts. So what you have to really concentrate on is putting your doubts aside and saying the affirmation. So the law of attraction and affirmations go together. You can't have the law of attraction without an affirmation, because you have to have something you're thinking about. And a lot of people will just go through life thinking that they get exactly what they're thinking about, because they're just thinking random thoughts, basically. So they think they get whatever because they're getting whatever they're thinking about. So they have no, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? They have no direct relationship with the fact that what you think about in your mind or you speak, you're actually going to get. Their thinking is they get whatever's laid out already, and there's no way to change that, which is not true, because it's been proven over and over again. If you are a negative person and you think in a positive way, you can change your thinking. You can be more positive by thinking in a more positive way. So you can change the direction of your life by thinking a different way. So it's not whatever happens, happens. It's whatever you think about will manifest for you. That's number one. That's the law of attraction, summed up very simply. Whatever you think about, you're going to get, but you can't have doubts, because if you have doubts, the law of attraction won't work. So how do you actually manifest something? So what I learned a long time ago was put yes in front of all your affirmations to give the affirmation more energy. So let's go back to being more happy, being content with your life. You would say, yes, I am happy. Yes, I am happy with my life. Something along those lines. And it doesn't matter what you want in life. Every person's going to have a different affirmation. What matters is you put yes in front of that affirmation to give the affirmation more energy. You would say, yes, I am happy. Yes, I am happy. Number two, if in the back of your mind, just for this example, if you're a negative person and you say, yes, I am happy, but in the back of your mind, you're saying, no, I feel depressed. I'm not happy with what I am in my life right now. Brush that aside. And what I used to do, and I still do this on occasion, when I have a negative thought pop into my mind, I would say, I no longer need that thought. And I would keep saying that. I no longer need that thought. I no longer need that thought. And I would replace it with the affirmation. So in my case, if I was thinking in a negative way and I would say to myself, I feel low or I feel depressed, I would say, yes, I feel happy. Yes, I feel happy. Yes, I feel happy. And that will eventually get rid of the negative affirmation. But what a lot of people will say is, well, I've been saying this affirmation, but nothing's happening. And then my response is, well, how long have you been saying the affirmation for? And they'll say a couple weeks. It's not long enough. You have to say an affirmation until you're sick and tired of saying it, and you have to say it sometimes for months. Because here's the great thing about an affirmation, is when you want to change anything in your life, well, how long have you been thinking in the other way? So for me, if I was thinking in a negative way, how long have I been thinking in the negative way? And before I changed my thoughts to be more positive, I was a negative person for a long time, like a decade. So nothing happens overnight. Now, if something does happen overnight, that just means you're in alignment with what you're already trying to manifest. So a lot of people say, well, I thought very clearly on whatever they're trying to manifest. So the law of attraction, if someone says, I am happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and the next day they become very happy, it's not because the law of attraction worked faster for them and not for you. It's because they're already in alignment with feeling happy. They've already been feeling happy in their mind. They've been thinking and speaking of being happy. The difference is they've been doing it for longer than the person who has been thinking in a negative way. So hopefully you don't get discouraged because maybe you've had a friend or someone else who's talked about the law of attraction and it happened very quickly for them. And that's why people get very frustrated. Things don't respond always very fast. You can't give up, though, because giving up will just mean you have to start all over again. I've been there. I've done that. I've done that for a long time. I would get very frustrated when I first started learning about the law of attraction and affirmations. I basically said this doesn't work. And it wasn't until I met my life coach and he said, you have to say them over and over and over again and you can't give up. And that's when it started to change for me. That's when things started to really change in my life for the better because I didn't give up. I would say an affirmation for a week or two and then give up because nothing would happen. Well, I didn't know sometimes you have to say an affirmation for months before something changes. And the way that was always explained to me was because you've been in a certain aspect of your life in terms of, in my case, if you're thinking in a negative way, you've been thinking in a negative way long term. It takes a very long time to turn to think in a different way. Think of it this way. This is how I love to think about things that take a long time. A cruise ship, when you want to turn around and go back to where you started, a cruise ship does not just turn very quickly and automatically go back the way it came. It turns very, very slowly and eventually it gets back to port. So the law of attraction and affirmations work the same way. If you've been thinking a certain way, and let's just say, for example, someone wants to find a relationship, but they've been unsuccessful, or they have this deep thinking inside them that they're not good enough to have a relationship, or they don't understand how relationships work, they don't know why they're not getting a relationship, that's a negative affirmation. And it's going to take time when you finally say, yes, I deserve a relationship, and yes, I have a great new relationship. You're not going to automatically get a relationship. It's going to take time to turn your thoughts to be more positive about getting a relationship. And that's for everything. It doesn't matter what you want. It's the same principle. You say what you want. That's the affirmation. Yes, I have a great new relationship that I love. We get along great. You say that affirmation. That's it for you. You have to envision that in your life. Because when you say it, yes, I have a great new relationship and we get along well, you say that relationship in your mind, or you speak it. But the next step for you to give that affirmation more energy is to envision that in your life. So envision yourself going to dinner with the perfect person that's for you. Envision you doing things together at home. Envision yourself shopping, doing whatever you love to do. Envision yourself doing that, and that will bring that manifestation into your life faster. So you say your affirmation. You envision it in your mind. You put yes in front of all your affirmations, and that will manifest that affirmation faster when you do those things. The most important thing I can tell you is don't give up. We all have doubts. We will all have doubts, and we have doubts all the time. But the thing you have to remember about doubts is you have to get into the place in your life where you believe that you will manifest what you will manifest. And what do I mean by that is, I say that because it doesn't matter what you want to manifest. You want to manifest something, the next person, your friend, wants to manifest something different. You have to believe whatever you want in life is yours. And you will manifest that to you faster. And when you have a doubt, brush it aside. Just say, I no longer need that thought. I no longer need that doubt. That doubt does no good for me. And say that affirmation over and over and over again in your mind. And write it out on a piece of paper. Say, yes, I am happy. Yes, I am happy. or whatever it is that you desire in your life, write it out. Write it out. There's been great examples of people who have cured themselves of different elements in their life. Louise Hay, who just passed away not long ago, she wrote a whole book called You Can Heal Your Life, and the movie You Can Heal Your Life, where she talked about she did affirmations in different things in her life where she cured herself of cancer. And I can't imagine how much energy and how much positive thinking you'd have to do to overcome that. But there are different examples of that. Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, different people who have said you can do anything if you just think you can. The great quote by Henry Ford, whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you're right. If you think you can do something, you will. If you don't think you can do something, you'll do that too. That's why the law of attraction doesn't care whether you think a positive thought or a negative thought. You will manifest a positive result from a positive affirmation, just like you will manifest a negative result from a negative affirmation. It's the same thing. The universe isn't sitting there going, oh, I don't think we're going to give Tony this because it's negative. I don't think we're going to give him this because he keeps saying this over and over again, but it's negative. The universe doesn't care whether something is positive or negative. It just knows that you want it. And when you say, I want something, you will never manifest that. Because when you say, I want, the universe will respond to you not by giving you the thing that you want or desire. It will give you the feeling of wanting it. Can you see the difference? You have to get very specific. If you want a girlfriend or boyfriend, you have to say, yes, I have a great new relationship. You can't say, I want a relationship, because you'll never get the relationship. It's the law of attraction. It's literal. If you say something, you will manifest it, even if you don't want it. That's why it's so confusing for people. Because they'll say, I've been trying to manifest this thing, but I want this. I want this, Tony. I want this. And I'll say, well, the reason you're not manifesting is because you want it. You have to envision yourself as actually having it. And then you will manifest it in your life. Never give up. You can do it. It took me a long time to learn the law of attraction, to do it the correct way. So never feel bad that it's confusing. And it takes a long time to learn. And that's why I became a life coach, to really teach people. And I became a happiness coach to get people to be more happy in life. The law of attraction can be very confusing if you don't know what you're doing. I manifested terrible things in my life for a long time because I had no idea what I was even doing. So when people say, I don't understand, it's okay. There's a starting point. You ask for what you want. You envision what you want. You say that affirmation as being literal. Say, yes, I am happy. Yes, I am happy. Never say, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. That's wrong. You have to say it literal. Yes, I am happy. Because when you say it, you will manifest it. When you think it, say it, envision it. And only envision it as being true for you. It doesn't matter what you want. Just envision it as you already have it. If you want, doesn't matter what you want. You can envision it as you already have it. And you will manifest it. All right. I'm Tony Palermo. Hopefully that kind of explained a little bit more about the law of attraction in one sitting. So if you need anything, reach out to me. You can find all my contact information on my website at tonypalermolifecoach.com. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.